Hello, welcome to Trailer Trash. I may be a little late on this one, but it's finally here, I guess. I think the original trailer for this was just like a teaser or something. I don't know, but this is trailer 2 of Beetlejuice. And what I don't get right off the cuff here is Jenna Ortega and Monica Bellucci. Like what? I guess we'll find out.
Here's a preview. Be warned, it's intense.
Why isn't Winona Ryder in the credits? Monica Bellucci. Catherine O'Hara? Nothing? I mean, okay, Jenna Ortega, not that much of a shock. I think it's another one of those things like Deadpool versus Wolverine where I saw a bunch of stuff for it. I heard a bunch of stuff about it, but I'm just like, it's just people speculating, people making up their own phony trailers. But yeah, again, the whole Jenna Ortega would be in the new Beetlejuice. I was just like, because she's Wednesday, like, is that like, okay, whatever. But it's kind of funny when I scoff at an idea for how like obvious and unoriginal it is, only to find out that they weren't making it up. It is actually what it is. It's very disappointing.
Can't believe Grandpa's dead.
Death is hard.
Yeah, sometimes I think life is harder.
Wait, who is Grandpa? Was it? No, was it oh God. Who's the actor? I forget his name, but wasn't it the guy who was outed as like a huge pedophile or something? I mean, allegedly, I don't know how true it was, but I just remember seeing a bunch of stuff of like, oh, this guy, in a bunch of movies like Ferris Bueller's Day Off and shit, he, went to prison or whatever, or was accused of some pretty terrible things. And so they actually mention him in the movie. Like, that's fascinating.
When I was a teenager, a trickster demon terrorized our entire family and tried to force me to marry him.
I mean, when you put it that way, it sounds ridiculous. Alec Baldwin, he's not coming back for this. Who's the other one? Was it? Wasn't Juliette Lewis? Who was it? I can't remember who the other woman was, or who it's Alec Baldwin and. Dang, I got to catch up on my Beetlejuice, apparently.
I believed he was gone forever until you found this in the attic.
Ew. Who's Beetlejuice?
Don't ever say that name.
Beetlejuice.
No, Astrid, I am serious. If you say his name 3 times, he will appear.
Beetlejuice.
Clever. Where's Michael Keaton in the credits? Where's Monica Bellucci? What the fuck?
The juice is loose. I'm gonna make you so happy.
The living.
Yeah, that music. That's awesome. I hope Where's Danny Elfman in the credits? I'm done. I'm sorry.
The dead. Can they coexist? That's what we're here to find out.
Willem Dafoe!
Where's Beetlejuice?
Where's Beetlejuice?
Beetlejuice.
Feel free to express yourselves. Don't be afraid.
You're a figment of my imagination.
Really? Is this a figment of your imagination?
Okay, it was directed by Tim Burton. I was waiting for it the entire trailer. That's pretty rad. it sucks because I'm always like, I feel like I flip flop on the whole. Like the movie was good and it happened already. Quit trying to capitalize on that. You know, quit trying to fuel people's emotions with nostalgia. What? But you know what I mean. Quit referencing the old material just because that's probably what people came to this movie for. Like, come up with your own stuff, right? But at the same time, the what looks like stop motion of like the worm, like I wouldn't be surprised, but I'd also be incredibly disappointed if it turns out like the worm scene, or like even that, just the large Marge bit, large Marge, like just that, just straight up Tim Burton style, like, is phenomenal. I'm glad that's still there. But again, the worm looks claymation, like stop motion, right? Like there's something about it that gives it that sort of unearthly feel, that unearthly looking motion. And I wouldn't be surprised though if it turns out that that was just all CG'd out, like made to look like it was a stop motion type of thing. Like they have the animation through the computer, but then they like cut and paste it so it's all jittery, so it looks like it was hand formed, you know? Wouldn't be surprised. But that looks cool, right? I don't know what the whole point of Willem Dafoe and Monica Bellucci's characters are though, but that's also fun, you know, a little spice, a little hint of something different, right? It's again what I crave in movies. But again, I guess I could kind of understand the idea of like, well, you make a new Beetlejuice, people are going to want to go and see essentially just Beetlejuice again. Like, that's the problem with Star Wars, is I feel like they fell into this hole of like, well, we can't do anything different with the Star Wars movies because people are going to go to the theater to see Star Wars. But I don't know, it's just, it's dumb. I hate that. It's you know, it's creatively bankrupt to do something like that. And so I kind of, depending on it, it's just a trailer, so we'll see what it's all about. But I kind of like this idea of fill it in with your, you know, crowd pleasing moments, the oh, hey, I know what that is, I recognize that from the old movie kind of thing, but then put in your own little twist on it. That's kind of what, again, I would have liked from Star Wars if it was more that. I guess Last Jedi was kind of that in a way, but still there was too much like, oh, hey, remember this? Remember the Hoth battle? Yeah, now here it is again on a different planet. That's not Hoth. Like, it's... But, yeah, I am kind of excited for it, I'm not going to lie, only because I want Tim Burton to succeed again. I want him to not suck as a film director anymore. Unfortunately, again, creatively bankrupt. It's just a sequel to one of his movies, so it's not like it's no Miss Peregrine's Home for Unusual Children. Is that what that movie was called? I kind of like that movie. It was based on a book though, but the end, like the climax of that movie, it's beautiful. It was really cool. Again, very Tim Burton, and I like his style, and I like, you know, his old movies, so I wouldn't mind seeing him do that again, and have it not be Alice in Wonderland. Yeah. So that being said, with all that waffling going on, I need to switch back to tea. This is coffee. That might be why my mind is racing right now, but that could also be the drugs. Let's check out the comments. Addams Family meets Beetlejuice? Oh, because Jenna Ortega. Okay, that's so fucking dumb. Who did direct Addams Family? Huh, I never actually thought about that. It's kind of funny how, well, Tim Burton did the Wednesday show, right? Which is kind of where people got the whole idea, because, you know, Jenna Ortega. Wednesday Addams is basically Lydia from Beetlejuice, which again was where I was like, oh, well, that's just too obvious if she was in the new Beetlejuice movie, and here we are. But did Tim Burton have something to do with the Wednesday show? I don't know. Never saw it. I tend not to watch things that are just nothing but memes once it comes out. It kind of turns me off to them, gotta be honest. But I don't know, it's just a weird thing to say. Addams Family meets Beetlejuice. Like, no, it is Beetlejuice. It's not, doesn't mean anything. Like, it is that. It's in the title. I don't know. I'm so happy to see our dear Lydia back on the big screen. Hearts. We couldn't, too lazy to put heart emojis? Or is that more effort to put the less than threes? I don't know. Yeah, I kind of had an issue. I kind of have an issue with that. Winona Ryder's performance is a bit too, I don't know, like, are we to believe that, and again, it's been a while since I saw Beetlejuice, but so when Lydia grew up, she got more of a personality, I guess? Like, that makes sense, I suppose, but it's just like, you think Lydia, you don't think, like, her emoting loudly and freaking out and yelling at, I guess, her daughter, you know? But people change when they grow up, I guess, but it's just, that's not the same Lydia I recognize, you know? What would be fun is, because Lydia was the original, you know, Hot Topic goth girl, right? And Jenna Ortega represents the new era of Hot Topic goth girls. I mean, Lydia was a goth girl before Hot Topic, so that, you know, that's something. That's a claim to fame. So it'd be interesting if the movie had sort of that dynamic of, you know, old and new when it comes to the whole goth scene, you know, or maybe Lydia kind of grew out of it. Like, she still wears black and, you know, wears makeup like she's dead. But it's, you know, she grew out of the phase. So she's like, sees her daughter, teenage daughter, doing the same thing. It's just like, ugh, it's just so insufferable. Was I like that as a kid? You know, kind of thing. That'd be fun. I'd be neat to see that. I hope they do that. OMG, yes, hearts. Translate to English? OMG, yes. Thanks, Google. Why does that keep coming up for, like, every now and again you get comments like that? I mean, Bodhisattva 326, so I guess, but they translated it right, so yeah, whatever. All right, well, strap yourselves in. It looks like it's going to be a rough one. Not only is Jenna Ortega is outshining Christina Ricci as Wednesday, new gen version, she's also outshining Miss Ryder. I can't pronounce her name on the keyboard mic or spell it either way. J-O is doing a great job carrying other actresses' characters' legacies. Here's another character named Legacy. I'm hoping she does. It was a cartoon on the Disney Channel in the 2000s, recently got rebooted this decade. The reboot animation looks terrible, but she looks perfect as main character in live action as Penny Pround from the Pround family. Does anybody not think she looks like the real life Penny Pround when she smiles? What is going on? Fuck. Well, I was right. It was a rough one. There's 6 replies even. Let's check them out. Well, I'm not going to get into the debate over whether she's better than Christina Ricci. I'm going to stop you right there. Why are you arguing with this person? Clearly they're not well. You know, if a person can type a paragraph, I don't care if it's a YouTube comment. If someone can type a whole paragraph without using a single punctuation mark, I don't think they're worth debating or even arguing their point or whatever's going on here. As I think they're portraying very different versions of Wednesday. Your comment about Winona Ryder doesn't make sense, and she hasn't taken over the character. She's playing the daughter of Ryder's character, so she isn't carrying the legacy of Winona's character. Yeah, again, what's the point? How did this comment bug you so much other than the fact that it murdered the English language? I guess is more syntax, grammar, it murdered grammar. I don't know, whatever punctuation falls into. It murdered that. It's dead. I don't think Jenna Ortega is a bad actress, but I don't think she's a good one either. Regardless, Ricci and Ryder are 90s icons, and Jenna Ortega will never be able to capture the feeling of that era, which is fine. She has her own era to slay in. Ugh. God damn it, you made me say slay. I gotta read these ahead of time. Agreed, she has 2 modes and doesn't seem to have much range beyond that, unfortunately. You know, I never seen a single thing Jenna Ortega was in. Wait. Yeah, no, I don't think so. It was one of those things where it's like she became big and then you're like, oh yeah, she was like a kid who had like a line in some movie that I liked or something. Like I couldn't tell you what it was, but something like that, I think, with Jenna Ortega. Well, you had to have at least one crazy commenter, and I think we got it. Surprisingly, this trailer came out 5 days ago, and kind of not a lot of comments. It's weird. I don't know what's up with that, but this is on the main... Oh, it's not on the main channel. That's why. This is on one of the side channels. Okay, that would explain why there aren't a lot of comments. So that was Beetlejuice, or Beetlejuice, or as this channel puts it, Beetlejuice 2. I think it's called Beetlejuice from looking at the trailer. How many times have I said it now? And as one commenter pointed out, I did notice how that was kind of clever. The sequel is just the name twice. One person in the comments said, so if the third movie has his name 3 times, does that mean we won't get a 4th movie? Good point. At the same time, I kind of hope they don't do a 3rd movie, because like, was the plot for the next one going to be Winona Ryder's character died and Jenna Ortega is now an adult rolling her eyes at goth girls these days? I'm just assuming that's the plot now. It's canon. I just won't see the movie and assume that's what the plot's about. But yeah, Beetlejuice. And also I just had to point out, nice fucking model.